everyone and welcome back to 20 podcast.
So today we are going to talk about G20 and as you know that it is currently being held in Bali, Indonesia for 2 days, 15th and 16th of November. And now Prime Minister has gone to represent the country in this summit. So G20, as the name suggests, is the very important and crucial group of 20 most powerful countries.
Economies of the world.
Yeah, and it includes 75% of world trade and 60% of world population. And it also includes 80% of the world's GDP.
Yes.
So you can see the amount of power these countries bring to the table. And as the most powerful group in the world, it also becomes the responsibility of these 20 countries to think about the rest of the countries as well.
Exactly. So this is actually a very important group which talks about trade, climate change, and a lot of issues around it.
Exactly.
So to start with, we'll start with a brief introduction of G20 because a lot of you might not know what it is.
It was formed in 1999 after the Asian financial crisis, and it was felt that there should be a group that is not just exclusive like G7 is, the most powerful, advanced, and kind of Western, except for Japan, countries of the world. So this group was made to include more countries that are important as well.
The countries that are actually developing and have a lot of potential and population at the same time.
Yeah. So I think this was it about G20. G20, I guess it's the 17th summit.
Yeah, this is actually the 17th edition of the summit, which is being held in Bali, Indonesia, and India is about to host the 18th edition, which will be held in October 2023 in New Delhi, because India is getting the chairmanship of G20 in 2023.
Yeah. So as the Indonesian government, even remarked that the powerful transfer of presidency will take place thanks to India's cooperation.
Yes.
And I think this was it with the introduction part. Let us move to the next part of the video, which is very crucial, and it talks about what is India's role in this group.
Upcoming G20 presidential chairmanship actually. So first of all, India is taking over the chairmanship in a very crucial time, given the Russia-Ukraine war, which is still prolonged, and the responsibility of India increases manifold. And India's actually commitment to balance both the powers, Russia and US, at the same time is remarkable and has yet been very graceful. But we are yet to see what India does in the future.
Exactly. So. Now let us talk about the three things that India is about to discuss with its fellow nations in the summit.
The three main key areas where India wants to actually focus in its upcoming chairmanship.
Exactly. So first of all, it is health. So as we know that after COVID pandemic, a very special emphasis has been put on health, be it Quad or other
a lot of
summits. So I guess in this summit as well, not just vaccines, but maybe India, as it is emerging as world's pharmacy, it has also a lot of role to play, a lot of crucial role to not just help the powerful developing countries, but also the smaller
African
countries,
nations which are very much behind when it comes to health and sanitation. So India can actually use its G20 chairmanship to build its image as a world's pharmacy and increase its role manifold in the world.
Exactly. So and this second one is, I guess, digital transformation.
Yes. With India's UPI breaking records all over the world and its success, we might actually look forward to increase its arena in the world. Like we can actually try collaborating with a lot of developing countries. There can be a transfer of technology which will help not just India but a lot of other countries.
So already a fellow member of G20, France, has accepted UPI, and very soon Indians will be able to use this technology in France also. So not just France, I guess a lot of other countries.
The UK has also actually went ahead and talked about it. The things are still in the pipeline, but we're very optimistic about it.
Yeah. So I guess this was it about digital transformation. Not just this, but
we have a lot of arenas to actually consider, and India will definitely look forward.
And I think some of the arenas that
and one more thing is that rupee. like we know that Visa and Mastercard are the only two global players when it comes to credit cards and debit card supply. Debit card. Supplies, so RuPay can actually make things better for India.
But that is financial, right? It is.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Yeah.
count in digital. I guess what counts in digital is 5G.
Yeah, the
Which
5G,
is very important.
which is very important.
I think this technology needs to be shared with other countries as well, not just in the G20 but also in the world overall. And the one more area that I can think of, at least right now, is maybe blockchain, right?
Yeah.
Because as we know that this blockchain can be
technology
used,
can be used in a lot of ways,
and it can also be used not just by cryptographers and scammers but also
and
by
recently
the
there have been
governments.
a lot of news about India's defense sector trying their hands in blockchain technology, and we'll see what the future is. And the third and the most important key sector India wants to actually wander in is energy security.
Right.
So India has actually committed that we will shift to renewable energy by 2030, which is a very big commitment by a developing country like India. But still, we are very optimistic about the commitments. Yes. So moving forward, we'll also talk about the other issues which have been taken up in Quad, but which might be taken up in G20 too, like supply chain problems. And we have, all the world has been talking post-COVID that the supply chain mismanagement has made a lot of fuss in the world. So maybe we will see about what decisions have been taken in the G20 summit, and India can actually use its chairmanship to make a strong hold in this region too.
Right. So I think this was it about the three key areas.
And also we'll move on and talk about the G20 logo controversy which has been in the news recently.
Right. So as you know that the ruling party of India has its symbol as a lotus, but I mean the same lotus is also present in the G20 logo, which India unveiled for its chairmanship in the next year. So see, I don't think that this has got to do anything with the ruling party. Number one, because this logo was chosen by a competition which was organized in a very neutral and fair way. Number two, lotus is a very Indian thing, right? It grows in mud and it's also very symbolic to India itself.
Yeah, actually, if anyone who has been following Indian diplomacy since last 10-50 years is aware that lotus is also an Indian diplomatic symbol, which signifies that India sees itself as one of the petals of the lotus in the region and not as a hegemon. So India considers itself at par with all the other nations in the region, and therefore we consider all of us as a whole, and India is just a part of the lotus. So this might be, one of the other reasons that we chose lotus as the G20 symbol.
Exactly. So this is very fair, and the logo for G20 is lotus, and there is a globe, and the thing is Vasudev Kutumbakam, one earth, one family. So it will be very exciting to see what things will be discussed over the course of the next 2 days, and also what and how things will unfold next year, given that India will take over the presidency. So
we hope that India takes this challenge and actually transforms it into an opportunity.
So I think this was it about this video,
and we'll keep you updating about whatever happens in the summit and what are the outcomes of the summit in upcoming videos.
So
That's it for this video. Bye.